handful
Cool.
of parked cars.
So now I'm also
the
streaming
suspect's
through
vehicle did
YouTube,
not have a license
guys.
plate
But
and
let me
has
just
still
do
not
this.
been identified.
This has not been identified. And so that's the
City
thing.
leaders are announcing a plan to deal with a crime that's
This is
become
the news
so
that was on.
commonplace. Many people don't even report it to police. As the number of car break-ins has surged, police and others say they're taking action. KTV's Bailey O'Carroll live in the city here with the newly announced initiative. And Bailey, there was actually a car break-in that happened right at your location just before this news conference got underway.
Garcia, that's right. It all happened pretty ironically. We got here to the Palace of the Fine Arts about 30 minutes or so before this press conference started. Now, I do want to clear something up. This car break-in did not happen right here on this block. We are on Bay and Breaker, but it happened just 2 blocks away, actually. Now, those folks who are visiting from Missouri told me they reported this break-in to the police. The police didn't show up. When they were driving to the police station to make that report, that's when they stumbled upon a police officer who was likely here for this press conference today. So that officer did take that report, but we did talk to those folks. They say they were gone for no more than 5 minutes or so. When they came back, everything was gone. 4 backpacks, 2 passports, $1,000 worth of jewelry, and some other valuables.
We pulled over. We were going to go across the Golden Gate Bridge, and we saw this really beautiful little park, so we pulled over. And whenever we got here, we thought, oh, this is a great place to park. These are like $30 million homes. It's a beautiful area. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. So we pulled over, parked, got out, did a little sightseeing, and when we came back, we had our back glass shattered out.
Now, the couples did tell us that they did not let it ruin their trip, rather that they would be happy to return to San Francisco, that they had heard
And this
about
has been happening in San Francisco,
being a
man.
frequent problem in the city. They said they were just happy, really, that no one was hurt. Now, this raises the question, of course, what is being done about this problem that seems to happen multiple times a day in the city? Well, Police Chief Scott, he did tell us some of the stuff that they are doing. Some of that is new. One of the things that they are doing is placing bait cars around the city. So those are going to be planted by the police department. They hope that those criminals will, of course, deliberately break into certain cars, making it easier for them to catch those repeat serial robbers. He said that the new city budget will also allow for more overtime for some of these officers. They did say there are about 600 officers understaffed here at SFPD, but they did say that they are going to increase patrol in heavy tourist areas, specifically the Fisherman's Wharf area and Lombard Street. And now San Francisco, the police chief alongside the San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins told us they really right now just want to send a clear message to those criminals. And that message, here's what it is.
You have to understand, we have gotten to a point in San Francisco that people didn't even fear being arrested because they didn't think anything would happen once the DA's office took over the case. They didn't think there was going to be any meaningful consequence. They have to learn, not only will the police arrest, but once that case is filed, something meaningful will happen on the back end to serve as a deterrent for future behavior. And so that's what we are trying to reinstill in San Francisco right now, is that not only will you be caught, but when you are prosecuted, there will be a consequence for that behavior. And so I think until we get there, we're going to continue to see brazen crime happen, and we're slowly making our way there, but oftentimes it takes people being caught and learning it the hard way before that culture shifts.
Now, I asked San Francisco police for the latest data on how many cars have been broken into year over year. They said that high point was back in 2017, over 31,000 cars broken into that year, according to the police chief today. Now, I did ask year to date what those numbers are at right now. They're hovering right about 13,000. So still lots of car break-ins happening here. Of course, they do hope that new mitigation effort will help. Reporting live in San Francisco, I'm Bailey O'Carroll, KTVU, Fox 2 News.
Bailey, thank you.
And these are the news that will come.
Have you ever been affected by car break-in or know anyone that has?
Yeah, so when I lived in Noe Valley for a year, I had street parking. My car got broken into 3 times. And in addition, by the Palace of Fine Arts, which is kind of by the water over there, I've actually just seen a break-in in front of me happen, and it's very fast. Happens all the time.
24 drivers are dealing with window repairs today after they were found smashed in a San Francisco parking lot. It happened at 5th Street near Folsom. We spoke with one victim who says he was one of about 23 people.
It's a bummer, you know, and I got there and now I have to spend a random $200
bucks for a window, man.
Just, you know, not ideal, but is what it is. There's another couple of people who were looking at their cars and stuff, so I went and chatted with them for a little bit. They were telling me that, you know, they got stuff stolen. I got a pair of sunglasses taken. There was a bunch of trash left on my seat, you know, but other than that, really,
so,
you know,
man, there was a video about the cops that were standing by while the thieves were like, you know, look at this. This is a viral video. This was happening in San Francisco. You know. Look at that. Guys going insane there, man. Drives off. Cops are right there. So that guy, I mean, what does the cops do? The cops doesn't even react very fast. Just the fact that they drove away like that should have been a red flag. And this is what's happening in San Francisco, man, all over the place. And man, crazy. Let's go for another track. I'll have to change this camera view though because I don't want to get striked. Or anything like that on YouTube especially. I still have to find a way of muting each channel somehow so that when I do broadcast to YouTube that I don't, you know, play the music, because other channels that I do have can play music. So maybe I should just stop playing because I've got it to work now. You know, YouTube is working now properly. And so I'm on YouTube, I am on Kick, and I'm on Twitch at the moment, and I'm also streaming on Mixcloud, which is like my primary channel, my primary channel, which I do my show from on a Monday. But now it's like late in the evening, yeah, it's like 12 o'clock in the button. Ooh, you know what I mean? The wolves are coming. So it's that time of the night, man, and it's actually supposed to be, you know, bedtime for me. But really not finding bedtime right now. I'm just enjoying, you know, just tinkering around with my show. Because I want my show to be good, you know what I mean? I don't want my show to be just anything. So now I've like done something on Mixcloud, and now I'm going to expand to, you know, other channels. And this is just, you know, what happens. Let's see what I can play. Actually, I'm just going to go on with the news. Actually, let's do the more news.
National debt in America just went up to $39 trillion.
Listen to this.
Right, which is bigger than your GDP. So explain this to me. 50 years ago, a barber and a waitress could buy a house with a big yard for a dog and raise 4 kids, meat and potatoes on the dinner table every night. And now an accountant and a lawyer can't do that. Why is that?
Just making dollar bills with nothing behind it, nothing to back it.
If you have an economy with 10 apples and $10, it's $1 an apple. You double the number of dollars to 20, but you still only have 10 apples. Well, all of a sudden it's $2 an apple. And it's not that the cost of apples has gone up. It still costs the same resources to grow and pick the apples. It's that the price has gone up because the value of the money has gone down.
Right.
So in America, over the last 55 years, you've doubled the number of homes in America from about 70 million to 150 million. You know how much the money supply has grown? 30 times. So you have twice the homes, but 30 times the cash. Housing costs have gone up 15-fold in 55 years. And now an entire generation of kids can't afford homes. This is the biggest wealth transfer from the working class to the elites, from, I say, the have-nots to the have-yachts.
I have made it clear to the Israeli leadership that I do not support their expansionist ideas.
Oof. What happened to him in Dallas again?
The indigenous people of that land have rights that cannot be ignored. We must find a fair solution, not one dictated by any single group.
This ideology, we think, probably costed him his life. Really, truly feels like the more I learn about this man, he was truly the last great United States president.
This is what it looks like to have all of the released Epstein files in one place, more than 3.5 million pages printed and bound into books inside the Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey Epstein Memorial Reading Room.
DOJ didn't follow the law, right? They failed to redact names and identifying information of survivors and victims, and they did redact names of co-conspirators. So each of these is about 5 pounds. If you take all 3,437 volumes, it weighs about 17,000 pounds. So if we read for 24 hours and we cover 2 pages a minute, we will read about 3 of these books. This much, this, and this. That's 24 hours of reading. So in order to get through all of these books, we would need to read for more than a year. What we wanted to do in the middle of all of this evidence of crimes, provide a way for us to think about and center the victims. We have 1,400 points of light, one to represent each one of the victims and survivors. We put together these 3 timelines. The Jeffrey Epstein timeline across the top.
Oh yeah, so you're a Jew and you're a Jew and you're a Zion. Yeah, they're 2 different things. He promised an ethno-state? Ethno-state, Jewish supremacy.
Zionism is not a colonial project because you can't colonize land that was already yours over thousands of years.
Listen, what you guys are doing, you're supporting evil, and then you dare to do this in the name of Judaism and the Jewish religion. This is an embarrassment to our people, and this is a desecration of God's name. The state of Israel is a movement of terrorism, started terrorism way before anybody spoke about it.
Of course I'm a Jew. We're humanitarian Jews that are against murder. I'm 73 years old. I know since I was 14 that Israel is not a democracy, has never been a democracy. We are here for the rights of people to eat and live and have water and have their homes returned.
If something has a music attached to it, I need to remember to switch it off or something. You know what I mean? I can't have music on YouTube, so I gotta switch that off. And I didn't remember that. You know what I mean? Gotta choose videos that I can play that doesn't have sound in the background. Man, that's gonna be a tough one, isn't it? It's going to be a tough one, man. It's going to be a tough one. I'm going to have to, I don't know what. It's going to be a tough one. Either way, it's going to be a tough one. Because I need to be able to, I need to be able to play music. Okay, current stream. Okay, 44 minutes ago. So there's a clip that has been saved on the Kick, isn't it? Oh, wait. Okay, let's see. We got 2 followers, right? Let's just see what's happening here. Wirestein. Supposed to have started a play on that channel. This one is obviously dead. Let's see how quickly this one starts up again without me doing anything. Does it do its own thing, or do I have to do anything? Okay, it starts up. It starts from the beginning of the clip. That's cool. That's cool, right? So I don't know if it's that one. Let me just see, where's my hand here? How long ago this was. There we go. That wasn't that long ago. And there we go. That wasn't that long ago. And so I'm back on 3, 4. Back on another one. Yeah. And so that is that. What's gonna go here now is, I think, need to see what's happening on these apps, right? So for now, I'm gonna just say pause on that one, and say pause on that one. Pause, man. That's what I said. pause, right? Say pause on all of these. Pause on all of these. This one is not paused. Why is it not paused? Pause. 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 Everybody's on pause, right? Cool. So now, what I want to do is I want to say good night for streaming time. Stop streaming.